So I haven't watched My Hero Academia in a while, but I'll tell you what I loved about the show for what I saw was that we see what draws the main characters, what they value, and then their backstories. We get to see everybody from the ground up. Who are they? How did they get built up to care about the things that they do and have the motivations that they do? And then later in the series, we look at the villains, like Toga. How did she get in this position? And as much as I try not to make this autism coded or anything like that, there are a lot of parallels that we can draw from. Now, I don't know if we can do a one-to-one sort of medical thing towards Toga's blood fixation and things like that. I don't know if it could be like in Orange Marmalade, where we have vampires that are in society and they have genetically less platelets in their blood or less iron or something like that, which necessitates them finding appropriate workarounds in order to get more blood in their system, in order to behave in a way that, is more conducive towards society. I don't know if it's like Pika, where, she has this fixation because her body lacks something. I'm just not willing to think that this is a cutesy, ooh-woo, she's a vampire type thing because of how much depth we see of the rest of her character. But again, I don't know every bit of context here. What bothered me about the episode, though, was how little she got the most basics of human care and affection. So that medical professional coming to her in her early on-stage development going, well, let's figure out how to make you normal. Giving the parents delusions that, well, we can just make your child act appropriately. Because you know what? As much as, yes, there are plenty of people out there in the world that won't understand how other people think and operate, when behavioral therapists, good ones anyway, I know there's plenty of bad ones, talk about someone behaving, societally correctly, it's not about acting the way everyone else does, which was how that medical professional wanted it to go. They looked at, oh, look at this man walking his dog and talking to the dog. That's what a normal person does. They weren't looking at it the way that an actual professional should, where it's not about acting the same way as everybody. It's being able to be your quirky self, but also be able to take care of yourself, have the wherewithal to engage in other people. When you get a job, when you pay your bills, when you become self-sustaining, when you try and draw a community around you, because as much as some of us might be introverted, we are creatures of community. Those are the things we try and look for. It's not about getting Jimmy to stop chewing on things so that he can look normal or have, his stimming and stuff. No, that's fine. We give you appropriate outlets for those things so that you can engage in these other things that you need, especially when you're growing up. But other than that, you do you. But the fact that that medical professional said, well, let's make you normal. And then the parents, when Toga was able to have the wherewithal to come to her parents and go, Mom, Dad, I don't understand why I have this fixation, and I'm confused by it, and it's really making me upset, as you can see, because I'm crying in front of you. Can you help me? And the parents can't even be bothered to say, sweetie, I don't know why you think the way you do about things or why you operate this way, but I love you. And we're going to help you get through this. We're going to do whatever we can. There are plenty of parents that I interacted with in my professional years that were scared about what is my child going to be like when he's this age? What about this age if they can't get these behaviors under control? But they're at least talking to the professionals. They're at least talking to people who are worth their salt. And they're saying, hey, let's help your child. I was so mad at those parents for freaking out like children and clutching their heads and being like, what even are you? I gave birth to a demon. You're so weird. Why can't you just be normal? Frick you, Mom and Dad. I hated those parents. Those parents were terrible. God, imagine what could have happened if you just said, Toga, sweetie, I love you. Like, whatever you need, we can help you. Because think about the end of that episode. When Toga and the heroes were having their arguments, they weren't arguing about whether it was okay that she had her violent, traits or that she, consumed blood or something like that. That wasn't what they were arguing about. They were arguing about whether she was worthy of love and worthy of being respected. And Aracha, when she was able to have that conversation with her, as much as it wasn't in the most, the best setting possible, she was able to tell her, you're cute, you're valuable, you're loved. All the things that Toga never got. The most basics. You are valuable and worth others' time. All the other stuff was just a product of missing that as a child. It was so sad to watch that. But, I mean, incredible in terms of story, in showing us why she operated the way she did. And, what her struggle really was. And that's why I thought that scene was just so incredible and heartbreaking at the same time. I don't know if she was lying when she said, "Oh no, I didn't eat, I didn't hurt the bird. The bird fell in the garden." I don't know if she was lying about that, but the fact that a child would have that thought anyway, even if it was for a self-preservation moment, so that she, her parents wouldn't freak out or something. The fact that she didn't have that relationship with her parents to be like, "Yeah, Mom, I don't know what happened. This was what happened, and this is the situation." That broke my heart. Little Toga having that struggle at that young of an age, that was terrible. Oh my gosh. So incredible work on all fronts with this series. Great. You give us the wonderful, diverse situations that brought us the heroes with their, experiences and what they care about and all those different things. But when you make us care about the villains, that is next level. Loved it.